Hi, this is Rashonda Thornton, the Dietitian Against Diets. Again, today we have the Play to Win series, which is pieces from my book, Play to Win Your Food Fight, where I'm giving you nuggets and ways and tools to how you can be successful in your nutrition journey. Before I get into my 10-minute talk, I want to introduce you to one of my podcast partners, Prairie Farms, farm-owned since 1938. Right now, they're helping to make a difference in your community by supporting charity, by allowing you to support charities of your choice. If you go to their website, they have a campaign going out called Our Caps, Your Cause program. And what this is essentially is whenever you purchase a Prairie Farm dairy product, milk product, whether it's a gallon or half a gallon, you take those caps off, and then you can go to their website and you can donate towards the cause. If you click on Our Capture Cause, and then you will learn more about how you can use that for charity and how to help out right now during the COVID-19 crisis. Go to the website at www.prairiefarms.com. And they also have some coupons on there. So also take advantage of some of the coupons that they're offering, all the different types of dairy products that they serve. All their dairy products are known for being healthy, full of essential nutrients, and good for you and your family. So go to their website, get the coupon, donate towards the cause, and be a part of the overall picture how we're trying to work through these times. Find them on Facebook on Prairie Farms Dairy, or find them on Instagram at Prairie Farms Dairy. So here we go. The topic of this week, right now during the COVID crisis, let's talk about how it's going to look coming out of the crisis. I call this what is going to be your new normal. We all know that the COVID-19 has taken a toll of our life. It has disrupted everything that has been our normalcy. Any plans that we had set, especially when it comes to our health, the new year had just came in January. Everyone has always set plans to how they're going to really push through their next year successful in their health journey. And then come March, there was a kink in the system. So right now, there are different phases that we're all facing right now. It's kind of like a Jenga puzzle. You know, when you have your Jenga puzzle, you're building the tower, you're building the blocks, you're being strategic to really get towards that goal that you want. And then before you know it, there's 2 or 3 blocks that have been pulled out. And then guess what happens? It all collapses. And so that's kind of where we're at right now as a community. We're all just really have lost our bearings. We're going through different phases. The first phase, I call it, we go through the scrambling phase, where we are trying to readjust, rejuggle, reassemble whatever life we had before so it can match what's going on through these crises. And then the next phase, after you're going through so many, trying so many ways to rearrange and realign your pieces, you get frustrated. And this is a normal thing. So being frustrated is just a part of the process. And also when it comes to getting frustrated, when we get frustrated, we cannot focus on whatever goals that we had set in front of us. And so what ends up happening is that we end up falling backwards, and then we get even more frustrated as we're falling backwards. So it just kind of folds into itself. And then the last stage is just really acceptance, just learning that we've been in this for at least 10 weeks. So we may have to start thinking differently in how we're going to readjust our nutrition, our life, to where we don't feel like we had just lost everything we worked so hard for. So with that, we have to kind of force ourselves to be more patient. And so that's being forced is never a natural thing, but understanding when you get into that form of acceptance, you just realize it's just reality that I have to make this work. I have to figure it out. So during this time that we are kind of confined to some of our homes and not being able to do some of the things that we typically like to do, we know that it's going to be time to reset a new normal. And I don't want to say back to normal, because we won't go back to normal. So we have to create a new normal. So let's talk about some things we should not do when it comes to creating this new normal. First of all, let's not race to try to catch up or make up for the lost time that we felt we had when it comes to, I'm going to obviously talk about nutrition, but let's not try to make up and catch up and try to force ourselves into some of these changes because we felt like we lost a lot of traction. And let's also now put ourselves back into this restriction mode where we're going to just pull out some things that we found ourselves having during this COVID crisis. Don't put yourself back into that cage to where you're going to just not have certain things. You're going to vow to yourself that you're not going to do this and that. And your only reason you're doing it is because you're just a little bit disappointed in how maybe you have kind of reacted in these times. But the last thing you want to do is put yourself right back into that mode of restriction. And you also understand your attempt to create this life post COVID-19 is not going to be exactly like the life it was before. So don't try to duplicate or try to match up what life was prior to what it's going to be now, because it's a completely different way of living that we have to start infusing into our lives. So my play to win tips, and the reason why I say play to win tips, as I tell you from my book, these are pieces from my book because I tell clients that this book is full of tools, not rules. We have to learn how to navigate through our lives when it comes to nutrition. And this is one of the biggest hiccups that we have been experiencing. So let's figure it out together. So my play to win tips is, one of the biggest thing is the shopping component. We know that shopping has changed. We're a lot more cautious. We're actually decreasing the trips that we're going to the store, and we're also shifting to a lot of online shopping. So with that being said, when it comes to your nutrition and the choice that you're wanting to make, you're going to have to be a little bit more, you're going to have to increase your proactivity, which means you have to increase how you plan out your meals, how you plan out your shopping list, because you may have to start buying products more in one given trip than you typically do. It's a bit of a transition, especially if you're used to going to the store maybe 2 or 3 times a week, but it can be done. So increasing your proactivity and rearranging your shopping list to where it can match up to where if you need to go to the store once a week, you're not going to run out of the things you need before that week is over. Also, this is an opportunity to increase your creativity in the kitchen. We have a lot more time right now, and we're not feeling like we don't have to default to the fast food restaurants anymore. We don't have to default to just sticking something in the oven. We don't have to default to just ordering something in, because we now have the time. We have the time to get creative in the kitchen, start learning how to make some of these fun dishes that are healthy for you, that you feel good about, and you're not losing out on taste. Taste is a big one. So rearrange your new normal, bringing in some of these new recipes that you have perhaps been exploring, make them start to be a part of your new way of eating, and the new foods that your new dishes you're bringing into your life moving forward. You're at home. You're not able to go out as much as we would like to. So think about post-COVID, like what are your snacks looking like? Start changing those snacks, rearranging what they look like, bringing them back into smaller portions, and making sure that they're less processed. This is not just for you, but for those who have spouses, for those who have kids. We have to make sure that we don't find ourselves back into this pattern that we found ourselves in the beginning of this, because when we first started, we were just nervous, scared, anxious, and then sometimes you don't think clear of your choices. Well, we've been in this for a while now. So let's rearrange our choices, bring in some of those pre-portioned snacks, change your snacks, let the chips go, bring in the fruit. It's summertime now, berries are in season, peaches are on their way. Getting in some of those more nutrient-dense foods is what we really want to focus on now as our new normal. And start creating dinner plans at home. I mean, that means let's not eat in front of the television. When you eat in front of the television, that mindless eating starts to happen, or you start idle eating, or just start snacking, and then before you know it, the box or bag is empty. So let's start creating dinner plans at the table. And that way you are again modifying and being thoughtful of your choices and taking your time eating your food. And once your plate is empty, it's empty. Then watch television. And then one other thing is, remember bringing in new habits. It's like picking flowers, picking a bouquet of flowers one at a time, being particular which flower you're going to pick up first, and then building a bouquet. It's not like uprooting an entire tree where you want to make all these changes at one time and you're just going to bulldoze and try to carry a tree of changes. That's not how we want to go into this phase coming out of the COVID-19 crisis. We want to take our time. When I say pick flowers, pick your flowers so you can carry them. And that's just a part of like how you're going to bring in these new habits, these new healthy habits consistently one at a time so that you are able to keep them in with you versus feeling like you got this big tree of all these changes you want to make at one time because this is just the worst 12 weeks of your life and some weight may have changed in the direction that you didn't want it to change. This is not the time to try to carry a tree. Bring a bouquet of flowers and just remember, slow and steady and consistent is how you're going to make changes overall. I promise you, you will get there. You will get to where you want it to be. But just because this epidemic has happened doesn't mean that everything is out the door. So I want to continue to keep encouraging you all. Right now, nutrition is your weapon to help fend off help to fend off and build our immunity system right now during this particular season. And also want to think about our families as well. So if you know that this is like something that you've been pondering, or if you haven't even pondered it, this is definitely something to think about now. Share this, send this to other people that you know that are dealing with how they're going to rearrange their new normal in this post-COVID world. Send a message of hope to them and send them ways in which they can kind of increase their nutrition journey. We're all in this individually, but together. And before I head out, speaking of heading out of the COVID crisis, we have been stuck at home. We probably need to bring in a little bit more relaxation to our lives right now. So, introduce you to a company that I work with as part of this podcast. It's called Precision Massage. So right now, for especially those in the St. Louis area, we've all been through a lot. And we all feel a need to press that reset button. And right now, Precision Massage, they're open and they're starting to book their clients to have you guys come back in. Actually, they have a special going on right now where you get a reset relaxation massage. You go to their website at www.com, Precision Massage, STL, and you will find that they have an hour-long relaxation massage that's meant to melt the knots, release the tension, and soothe the aches. This is it's $55 for a full hour. Can't beat that. I think I will be signing up very, very soon. And this special will go on to June 30th. So go to their website, book your appointment, and get yourself ready to be relaxed and just allow yourself to flow out of this crisis that we're going through with the COVID season. Precision Massage, your massage is not a luxury, but a necessity. This is Rashonda Thornton again, the dietitian against diets. Be well, be safe, take care of yourself. Remember, nutrition should be your partner and not your adversary. Take care, guys.